Imagine a world vastly different from ours. An ancient Earth shrouded in mystery and veiled by centuries of silence. This was a time before the world was transformed, before humanity faced one of the most profound judgments in history, the Great Flood. What was life like in those ancient days? Who were the people that roamed the earth? And what were the forces at play that ultimately led to the flood? In this story, we uncover the hidden details of the world before the waters came. Join us as we journey through a time of giants and fallen angels, of humanity reaching heights and depths never seen again. Long before the deluge, the earth was marked by landscapes we might scarcely recognize today. A paradise yet untouched by the hand of judgment. The people of this world, according to ancient accounts, lived lives that stretched nearly a millennium. Can you imagine living for hundreds, even close to 1,000 years? The first man, Adam, lived 930 years. His son Seth lived 912. And then there was Methuselah, Noah's own grandfather, whose life spanned an unimaginable 969 years, the longest in recorded history. But why did they live so long? One theory suggests that the environment itself was drastically different. A protective layer of water vapor, like a divine shield, is thought to have encircled the earth. This vapor canopy shielded humans from harmful solar radiation and fostered a consistently mild, humid climate across the planet, making life more sustainable and people healthier. But this protection would be shattered during the flood, changing the world forever. After the flood, people's lives grew shorter as the climate turned harsher, colder, and less forgiving. The loss of the vapor canopy meant the loss of humanity's long lifespans, a direct consequence of the world's transformation. Yet, the climate was not the only distinctive feature of this ancient world. Spiritual forces operated freely, and divine beings once walked among men. The Bible recounts that God communicated openly with people like Adam, Cain, and Noah, guiding, warning, and sometimes judging them. But with this closeness also came danger, a mingling of the divine and human that would twist the moral fabric of society. In this period, there were beings known as the sons of God who descended from their heavenly realm. These were fallen angels, entities who rebelled against God and crossed into the mortal world. They took for themselves human wives, creating a race of giants known as the Nephilim. These Nephilim were extraordinary in strength and stature, yet their presence brought about a wave of violence and corruption that tainted humanity. Who were these sons of God? Theories abound, yet one of the most accepted interpretations is that they were angelic beings who joined Lucifer in his rebellion, descending to earth with intentions that would lead humanity astray. Their offspring, the Nephilim, were known not just for their size and power, but for their unrestrained wickedness. They instilled terror and ruled with brutality, their influence stretching far and wide across the land, until humanity itself teetered on the edge of darkness. Amidst the turmoil, as corruption and violence filled the earth, God's heart grieved for the world he had created. Mankind, left unchecked, had strayed too far. But there was one man who found favor in God's eyes, Noah. A righteous and upright man, Noah walked with God, standing as a beacon of faith in a world plunged into darkness. God called Noah to a purpose that would both save and renew humanity, the building of the ark. This task was no simple endeavor. The ark was to be a refuge, built with meticulous detail and divine instruction. Constructed of gopher wood, it was coated with pitch to withstand the torrent to come. Its dimensions were colossal, 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. A structure capable of sheltering not only Noah's family, but representatives of every living creature. And while Noah toiled for over a century, he served as a living message, a prophet warning of the impending judgment. His voice went unheard by most, as the people around him dismissed his warnings, lost in a life of indulgence and disbelief. The day of reckoning was approaching, and with it, the ancient world would face an end unlike any seen before. But Noah's dedication stood as a testament to faith and obedience, a lone voice among a generation deaf to the coming storm. At last, the day of judgment dawned. God instructed Noah and his family to enter the ark, sealing them in as the skies darkened. What followed was unlike anything humanity had ever seen or imagined. The fountains of the great deep burst forth, unleashing torrents of water from beneath the earth, while the heavens opened and rain poured down for 40 days and 40 nights. The water surged, covering even the highest mountains, and every living thing on the face of the earth perished, except for those safely aboard the ark. This cataclysmic flood reshaped the very landscape of the world, marking an end to an era. Once teeming with life and activity, the earth now lay submerged, cleansed of its corruption, but bearing the scars of humanity's descent into darkness. And as the waters churned, the ark floated on, a solitary vessel carrying the last remnant of God's creation. After 150 days, the waters began to recede, and the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Weeks passed as Noah sent out a raven, then a dove, to search for signs of dry land. Finally, a dove returned with a freshly plucked olive leaf, a symbol of hope and new beginnings. When the ground had fully dried, God called Noah and his family to step out into the transformed world. As they emerged from the ark, Noah built an altar and offered sacrifices to the Lord, giving thanks for their deliverance. God, moved by this act of worship, made a covenant with Noah and all living creatures. Never again would he destroy the earth with a flood. To seal this promise, he set a rainbow in the sky, a symbol of hope, mercy, and the faithfulness of God. This covenant offered humanity a new beginning, a renewed chance to walk in righteousness, as the world once again filled with life and promise. As Noah and his family stepped out of the ark, they faced a world wiped clean. The familiar landscapes were transformed, and they were now tasked with rebuilding life on earth. God blessed Noah and his sons, telling them to be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth. Humanity had a new beginning, a chance to restore their relationship with God. The land was untouched by sin once more, and with God's guidance, they would have the opportunity to live according to His will, setting a foundation of faith and devotion for future generations. However, this fresh start came with a reminder of the past. God commanded that humanity treat life with reverence, forbidding the shedding of human blood and requiring accountability for each life. In these instructions lay a call for humanity to honor God's image in one another, living in peace and justice. God's covenant marked a solemn agreement between the Creator and His creation, a promise of mercy, yet a clear call to live righteously. As Noah looked up, God revealed the sign of His everlasting covenant, the rainbow. Stretching across the sky, it was a visual promise, a testament of God's grace and His commitment to preserving life. The rainbow became a symbol of hope and a reminder that while God's justice is firm, His mercy is vast. With each appearance of this brilliant arc of colors, future generations would remember the flood, the renewal of the earth, and God's pledge never to destroy humanity with water again. The rainbow, however, was more than a symbol. It was a call to live in harmony with one another and with God. It signified that despite humanity's failings, there was a path to redemption, a way forward grounded in faith and obedience. The covenant between God and Noah was a foundation of trust, a reminder that God's love remains steadfast even when humanity falls short. The story of Noah and the flood holds timeless truths that resonate today. It reminds us that, though the world may drift into darkness, God's mercy provides a way to start anew. Noah's obedience and unwavering faith echo through the ages, urging each of us to walk in righteousness, to seek God's will, and to remember the sanctity of life. As we reflect on this journey, consider what it means for you. How can you honor God's covenant in your own life? What steps can you take to walk closer to Him, to live with integrity, and to bring light to those around you? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know how the story of Noah has touched your heart and inspired your faith. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you richly. Until our next video, walk in His peace and love.